Welcome to the 2023, yes, you heard that right, Anelli Fantasy Football League last place interview. Unfortunately, last year was great apes herself, my wife, April. April, great to see you.
It's the great grape apes.
Great grape apes. So I have a number of questions for you today. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
What happened? Why are we here? Simply blaming injuries is just an excuse for poor management performance. Right?
You know?
Huh?
I hate you. You know, there are some things that were just out of my control. And one injury after another, you pick up a new player, another injury, you got slim pickings for coming from week to week. And just had bad luck week after week after week.
Fair enough. I'm gonna play a little game here. Fuck, marry, kill. King Bowser, King Ganondorf, or King DDD?
Ooh, that is pretty tough. I think I would marry King DDD.
He's cutie.
Yeah.
He's a cutie pie.
Yeah. I would fuck Ganondorf, and I would kill Bowser.
Wow, okay. Peaches. Guess about you. Recently, I've had an endless string of spam phone calls. Is that your fault? And can you do something about it?
I have put you on multiple please call me lists. So you're welcome. Merry Christmas early. Hope you enjoy all the calls.
Interesting. The Vikings have lost their first round pick and rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, for the season. Do you have any hope at all for 2024?
As usual, I have no hope for the Vikings. And this is where I try to put a lot of faith in my fantasy football team. So I'm hoping for a good year, at least for my own team, since the Vikings may not be doing so hot another year.
We've seen a lot of movies together over the years. I probably watch more in a year than most people have seen in their lives. What was the worst movie we've seen together? And which was the most memorable?
I think that these go hand in hand. I would say the same movie.
Interesting.
You took me to the movie theater in New Haven. We sat in the smallest theater I've ever sat in.
The DVD screening room.
Yes, with about 12 seats.
Yep. I love that place. Shout out to Jason.
We saw a movie in French. Holy Motors.
That's right. I was wondering if you would remember the name.
I try to forget every time, but it lives in my memory.
It is memorable.
This was the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
That's true.
I did not enjoy any of it.
That's false.
It is the most memorable, and
but the worst?
I did not enjoy it.
Okay.
Worst, most memorable.
We were all not even a year in, and look at us now.
You're lucky I kept dating you after that movie, to be perfectly honest.
A couple of weeks ago, you said a hot take was that Glenn Powell was hot. Number one, not a hot take. We all know this, okay? But the question is, who's hotter? Gary Oldman, Steve Martin, or Jeremy Irons?
Wow. Well, we're going an old hot take, apparently.
That's rude. Age is only a number.
And you know what? We're going hot, so we're going looks alone.
Yes.
I think I have to go with Sirius Black himself, Gary Oldman.
Wow.
Big fan.
Okay, interesting. That's not what I expected at all.
Did you expect Jeremy Irons?
Kinda easily. Do you have any personal hope for your fantasy football team this year? How are you feeling about your draft?
You know what? I like to draft very unprepared, which, I have won twice. It's not like it hasn't worked out for me. Last year was just pretty rough, but I have a lot of hope this year. I got a very nice email from ESPN telling me that I had the best draft out of our league. Not only an A, but I was number 1. So, I have pretty high hopes, and I can only go downhill from there at this point.
You've spent the last few months watching all of Law & Order SVU. Who from the league should Olivia Benson arrest for all of their crimes afflicted upon us?
What a weird question. I think Olivia should come after the one and only Jonathan Anelli. Always causing trouble and uprising. He's just looking for trouble, planting those seeds every time. And Olivia, she knows what you're doing. She'll come for you.
Oh wait. We got one more question actually. And this interview is a new thing. But along with the new thing comes another new thing. The champion of our league, Christian, got to pick a question for you. I hounded this man. I told him back in January. He got back to me the other day, just in time. Christian's question for our loser, April, is, when you were in elementary school, did you make fun of the kids in the bilingual program?
No. It was more like, who are those kids and why do we never see them? Just a group of, I think there were 3 or 4 kids, always together, every class. We never saw them, except for one field trip. I saw one of the Spanish kids was in my small group that my mom chaperoned, and that was the only time I saw him, and never saw him again. Only saw Christian from afar. I'm not a mean-spirited person, although I should be, Christian, to you specifically, but not when I was 7 years old.
So what you're saying is, out of sight, out of mind, who cares about these dang kids?
You know what? When you're in elementary school, you don't know, and you learn from the examples that the adults set for you. And unfortunately, the example that we were given when we were kids is, you keep those kids separate, which is terrible. But we do a little bit better now, I'd like to think.
We grow as we grow. Poignant words from our loser. April, thank you so much for your time this day. And good luck in this year. I hope I don't see you here again.
Thank you, Commish. Thank you so much.